Hello, hello. Welcome to Sparkle.Sanctuary. My name is Rebecca. Today is a post review of this beautiful kit from Unimade. It is Love in Every Hue by Karii Illustrations. And if you look, there is a big dandelion, and then there's a little dandelion, and then there's just this little tiny snail, which is represented right here. You can actually see it better in this than you can in the thumbnail because the thumbnail is so small. It is a round shaped diamond painting, 53 by 60 centimeters, and there were 62 colors. And look, you can see there are 10 special drills, 3 of which are AB or Aurora Borealis, which is they have the iridescent coating, and then the rest of them are what they call, I believe they call them dust drills. Those are the ones that have little bits of mica powder that look like glitter on them. So I will show you the diamonds first, and then I will bring this image in a little bit closer so you can see some of the beautiful shine on it. But really fast, I have, like I said, there were 62 colors, so it didn't quite fit in this case. So I had a couple packets of extra diamonds left. And every single color of diamonds that I had in here, they had about the same amount, which I found interesting. There's not too many, there's not too little. I never had diamonds that I was like, uh-oh, I'm going to end up running out of them. In fact, I had these 3 colors in this corner that I separated have plenty of leftovers, and I'm very glad they did. This one, the letter K, if I can get that to focus, the letter K, this one had just like lots of little itty trash bits, little itty tiny pieces, and I will get out a tray and show you that here in a second. This one, there's the top black dot and the bottom black dot, and the diamonds were kind of inconsistent, and so I found it was really hard to cover them up unless I had my placement exactly correct. And since I'm a multi-placer, I found myself having to scooch around diamonds for those. And then there was this one, and this one had quite a bit of diamonds that had little holes in the top. I did not end up replacing all of the ones in my kit, just the ones that I really noticed, and then I'd go back and see some and I'd be like, oh, well, it doesn't matter because I'm not looking at it terribly close. So I will kind of show you what I'm talking about if I can. So when I shake this around, I don't know if you can see that, but you see all those little tiny extra, just little pieces of plastic that aren't actual drills. There was a lot of that, particularly in the letter K diamonds here. And then this darker, this darker blue that has like a little bit of purple to it, you can see there's a big piece of plastic there from it, but a majority of them were because they had holes in the top of the drills. But this one also was scattered with bits of trash. So, and I don't know if I can find a diamond. I don't know that I'll be able to find a diamond that has, there's one right there. I don't know if you can see it, but that one has a little hole in it. So yeah, anyway, this is obviously not a huge amount of trash, not anything really to complain about. And like I said, there was plenty of spare diamonds. It was just sometimes, like you can see, they're all just kind of in the tray. Picking through that as you're diamond painting, it was almost like, it was really hard in some instances, especially if there was any static in it, or on my tray, and then just kind of getting them to even like get out of my tray. See, I'm having a hard time just getting those little trash bits out. So I'll go ahead and set this aside and I will deal with that later. So let's see. Like I said, there was plenty of colors, plenty of diamonds in every color. There were lots of, like, I found this color to be absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if you can see that, but there's green, and then it has gold mica powder glitter on top of it. I really liked, there was an orange that was similar that I really enjoyed. That one is a gorgeous color. It also has like a gold mica powder glitter on top of it. And so, yeah, these were all just absolutely beautiful and fun to work with. I think this one was the one that popped the most for me, just because it has this blue mica on top. I think you can see that. Yeah, they're just gorgeous. And I loved that there were so many specials. I didn't end up enhancing this kit on my own at all, just because there was so many enhancements already added to it. So I will put this away, and then I will pull you in a little bit closer to the diamond painting itself and give you a little bit more information about that. So if you can see, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, as I shift it around, I had my girls at one point walk into the room so that they could look at just the sheer amount of sparkle There you go. There you can kind of see it. The sheer amount of sparkle that comes off, especially from this top dandelion, like there's a ton of this this AB that's like a white colored AB here, and it's just a ton of it everywhere. It was so shiny and pretty. And then and the mica powder ones were just sprinkled everywhere. They're everywhere. I will say here is one of the, like there's a little bit of that green one through here on the little dandelion. There was the orange here in the little dandelion, but a majority of the sparkle, and I think you can see it periodically. There you go. You see that? Majority of the sparkle is just in this top one. Look at that glitter. It is like, I can't explain how sparkly and shiny it is in person. You know, just to see, I was walking by it and it caught my eye, because not only does the special diamonds sparkle a ton, but the rest of the drills on this canvas are just so shiny. I just can't get over how shiny they are. I mean, you can kind of see it if you look in this corner up here. None of those are special diamonds. They're just super sparkly, if that makes sense. So anyway, the canvas, Muni Made's canvases are really nice. I wish the grid field had been just a tidgeon tighter, or the drills had been just slightly more consistent. The special diamonds, they all were pretty consistent, and they were a little bit bigger and they fit well. But like I said, some of those other blues just weren't quite fitting well together, or they didn't quite cover the symbols. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show you. Yeah, okay. So just above this blue square, you can see the little bit of that black just peeking out from underneath the diamond. And I will adjust it, but honestly, because it's been on the glue for a little bit, it'll adjust back. And then I end up with like little pieces of symbol showing up underneath. But when you're further away, it's not noticeable. It's not that big of a deal. So yeah, this is where I'm at. The back of these canvases is so nice and soft. It really is just lovely. It's not a big, thick, fluffy flocking, but it's a really nice, soft flocking that just makes it really easy and malleable to work with. You've seen me moving it all over. I obviously have no issues with the fraying of the edges. I just put some washi tape around the edge here for the excess glue that runs off the sides, just to make it so that it wasn't sticky. So now my canvas is pretty much not sticky except for in between the drills, which if I really wanted to, I could cover them with mica powder to prevent that. So anyway, there's the whole image. I thought this was beautiful. I ended up working on this as a collaboration event with Rhonda from Dip in Time. We talked this last month about CPTSD awareness. And so throughout that process, as we were talking, we were both working on these canvases. She had purchased it and I had purchased it at the same time. And it ended up being a really great collaboration. You can find those videos on her channel if you're interested in learning about CPTSD awareness and just kind of a peer-to-peer collaboration effort to kind of bring a little bit of awareness to it, since it's not something that's talked about a whole lot. Anyway, let me know if you have any questions. I will say I love the way this turned out. It was so muted and just looks beautiful, and I'm very grateful to have been able to work on this kit. And I look forward to looking at more images provided by this particular artist. All right, so anyway, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I hope you are having a wonderful week. And just remember, wherever you go, to take care of yourself as a Sparkle Sanctuary. So please be taking time to take care of you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.